right, it's 4:44 in the morning. I just put gas in my car, cleaned my windows, got my amp set up, got my little signs up in the front and the back. I just placed my mobile order with Starbucks. I'm gonna go pick that up now, vanilla sweet cream cold brew. And then I'm gonna turn on Uber. Today's Uber day. And I'm gonna drive for 5 hours in Sacramento, and then we're gonna see how Uber compares to Lyft in Sacramento. All right, a little bit of background. My name's Jay Crater. I am a veteran driver. I just looked at my numbers. I've done 26,799 rides as of yesterday. How about that? And last week I made a video about what it was like driving for Lyft. And in Sacramento, driving for Lyft, I made $130 in 5 hours. Okay, that was before subtracting for gas. And this week, I'm gonna share with you what it was like driving 5 hours for Uber. And stick around, because at the end of the video, I'm gonna share with you that I went out for another 5 hours and I used both Lyft and Uber together, and I'm gonna share those results as well. Stick around. Number one, hello Uber, my old friend. Yes, indeed. So when I first started driving back in 2016, Uber was my company. They offered a special bonus for about a year, where if you drove 120 trips in San Francisco, you got a $500 bonus. And I was all over that, man. That was just raking in the money. And that was awesome. And then they started to take away the bonuses, and they changed how we got paid, and we got paid less, and things just changed and changed. And I found that Lyft gave me more of what I needed, and I did the majority of my driving in my 4 years career for Lyft. But I wanted to give Uber a fair shake, all right? No hard feelings, right? We're starting from scratch. So let's get into it. Okay, so a few things about getting started with Uber. I applied. It took them 2 weeks to get me approved with the background check, whereas it took Lyft 1 week. The reason I thought about driving was I'd gotten a promotion from Uber that said 5 trips, get an extra $200. Well, by the time they approved me, that promotion expired, and they haven't offered that to me again. The other thing I noticed is that if you're working with Waze, it's far more difficult to access Waze and then to get back to Uber. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So what you're seeing here is my experience with Uber. So in the first, on the left, this is what happens when the ping comes in, and there's nothing to click to go navigate, right? So I pushed everything on my screen, and I find that if I pushed right where that red circle is with the little pancakes, that opened up a page. I closed that page. Then over on the right, you see the red circle at the bottom right corner, that little arrow, that's the navigate, and that took me to Waze. And then the only way to toggle back and forth was up at the upper left-hand corner of the second screen, that little blue, which has the time. If I click that, that would go back and forth between Waze and Uber. So it's pretty clunky. Compare that now to what you're seeing as Lyft. Lyft always has this navigate button. So I just click on that and boom, I'm right into Waze. And then to get back from Waze back into Uber, on the Waze app, Lyft has their own little logo right there, and you just click on that and it takes you right back. So that's a really a lot more convenient. But the bottom line was, I'm okay with having to push a little bit extra. It was, how much money could I make driving with Uber? What would the demand be? What would the tips be? Would there be much of a difference from Lyft? Number two, same money as Lyft. So I drove 5 hours. The first hour and a half, I only got one ride. I had like 2 cancellations, and I thought, I don't even know if I'm going to make $100. But then I kept driving, and I got my car qualifies for Comfort, and I got 2 long rides with Comfort, and that brought in like $50 just fast with tips and stuff. So that Comfort is something that Lyft doesn't offer, that Uber does, and my car qualifies. So that was great. And the demand picked up after the first hour and a half. So I stayed pretty busy, but not as busy as I was with Lyft. But still, I made $10 more. So you can see my pay for the 5 hours was $141.54. And you'll see where it says I was online for 5 hours, but I was only active for 4 hours. So that means 80% of the time I was active. So there's a whole hour where I was not active, waiting for the next ping, right? So, or I got a ping and it was like 20 to 25 minutes away. Pretty much if it was more than 20 minutes away, I wasn't going to take the ride. I was going to wait for something closer. And I did seem to get a lot of pings that were farther away. But I waited and then I got pings that were closer. So bottom line, the same money. Okay, number 3, something that I've always preached in all the courses I've taught about rideshare driving is use both apps, right? Because that will cut down on your wait time. So I thought I would just be mostly busy with Lyft. But as it turns out, more of my time driving with the 2 apps went to Uber. The pings came in quicker from Uber, and they weren't necessarily too far away, so I took them. So the majority of my rides were with Uber. And what I'm going to do now is go to the whiteboard with you and show you exactly how much I made, subtract the gas, and we'll see how much I made per hour using both, the most efficient way, using Uber and Lyft together. All right, so here are the results when I drove for both Uber and Lyft together. So in other words, I would have both apps going, and whoever pinged me first, that's where I went, okay? So right here is Uber, and right here is Lyft. All right, so with Uber, where I did most of my rides, I made $140.93. And then Lyft, I only did 3 rides with Lyft, it was $33.27. And then I got a cash tip of $10. So in 5 hours, I brought in $184.20. Now we're going to subtract $20 for gas. And that leaves us with $164.20. And divide that by 5. And we get a total of $32.84 an hour. So that's the kind of money that I was making when I used to work in San Francisco, $30 an hour. And that I wasn't subtracting gas. So this was pretty remarkable. This was a Sunday morning from 4:30 in the morning, 4:30 a.m. until 9:30 a.m. And that was pretty impressive. So that's it. So that's what the numbers were when I put the 2 together. That's definitely the way to go to maximize your revenue. Run with both apps. Take the first ping that you can get, and then go offline with the other provider. Do the ride, and then turn them both back on again. Okay, so what are the key takeaways here? First key takeaway, driving with Uber and Lyft together was definitely the most profitable way to conduct business. Uber, I made about the same amount of money as I did with Lyft, but together I made like $10 an hour more putting them together. So that's highly recommended. The second thing is, last video I made, I talked about how much my back hurt. This time my back didn't really hurt this weekend. So I think I just maybe needed to get used to it, stop being a baby about it. I don't know, but it didn't hurt so much as it did the time before. And as to whether I'm going to continue to drive, no, I think that's it. I think I'm not going to hit 26,800 rides. I felt pretty good that I put in, 20 hours so that I could make these videos and see what it was like, and kind of relive old glories. But I found, like I drove yesterday morning, I found today I was tired, and that affects my ability to do my day trading in the morning. And I don't like that. I need to be fresh, I need to be really alert. So I'm just going to stick with my day trading. I like just sitting here looking at all my screens, up early in the morning, drinking my coffee. I meditate, I get my head in the right place. And then for about 4 hours, I'm just really focused. If you'd like to hear more about the day trading, let me know in the comments. And then Harry will decide if he wants me to speak more about how I use day trading as a way to make money. It could be a side gig, or for me, it's my full-time gig now. Okay? Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you have not subscribed yet to this channel, by all means, subscribe and set the notifications so you're notified whenever there's a new video, okay? Have a great day. Be safe out there, you drivers. You know, we're a unique bunch that we go out and drive people around. I will say I had so much fun. The best part of driving always has been and continues to be talking to the passengers, right? And you just have these great conversations, and then they reward you with a nice tip, you know, because they're happy, they feel heard, you know, and they got a chance to say things they wanted to say, and it's a really nice service that we provide as drivers. So go out, go do it. All right, see you next time. Be safe out there.